Ooh. Is it on? Good afternoon, everyone. My fellow graduates and I would like to welcome you to our graduation today. Today, I have been asked to introduce our teacher, Mr. Nelson, or as we call him, Red. Red has been our teacher since we were little freshmen and is a big part of why so many of us have had as much success as we have in high school. For those of you who don't know Red, here's a little bit about him. He went to Brigham Young University, Idaho, to complete his bachelor's degree in ag education, and then furthered his education by attending the University of Illinois to earn his master's degree in crop science. Red met his wife during one of his college classes, and later they got married in 2020, and this October they are expecting their first child, a little girl. Red has always been there for us, not just as a teacher, but as someone we could talk to, lean on, and trust, no matter what. He helped us grow up and guided us through the tough parts of life, from figuring out how to take a car loan to understanding credit cards, how credit cards work, and how we should pay for them. He's played a huge role in helping us prepare for the future, whether it was helping us apply for scholarships, giving us good life advice, or just being there when we needed someone to listen. Red even said he could come bail us out of jail if we needed it, and we're going to hold him to that because we didn't memorize his number for nothing. He has helped grow North Fremont FFA into what it is today and has supported each of us as individuals. Red has taken care of us like a father, signing permission slips, helping with homework, worrying about us, sharing his food on trips, and always checking in to make sure we were doing okay. He made each of us feel included, even when others didn't, taking the time to explain things like inside jokes so we could laugh and feel like we belonged. He's been a mentor, a leader, a protector, and a friend. Thank you, Red, for everything you have done for us. We truly would not have accomplished what we have without you, and I'm pretty sure some of us wouldn't even made it through high school without your classes. You are someone we will always look up to, and we are grateful for all the time we got to spend in your classes and on trips with you. You were always willing to laugh and gossip with us whenever something interesting happened around the school. Red made high school an unforgettable experience. Thank you for being the best example towards all of us and believing in us when we didn't believe in ourselves. You'll be missed more than you know. Please welcome Red.
Hi guys, how we doing? Are we excited? Okay, good. Me too. Good afternoon, friends, family, faculty, and members of the jury, and most importantly, graduates of the North Fremont High School class of 2025. Today, we gather not just a milestone, but to celebrate a transformation. This moment marks the end of one chapter and the thrilling beginning of another. You, the class of 2025, have crossed the threshold from childhood to adulthood, from learners to leaders, from dreamers to doers. Graduation is more than a ceremony. It is a testament to perseverance, to the late night study sessions, to the early morning practices, the endless assignments, and the silent sacrifices. It is a reminder that when you set your mind to something, no matter how difficult or distant, you can achieve it. It is also a promise that what lies ahead is not limited by where you come from, but empowered by what you've learned along the way. Your diploma is not just a piece of paper, it is a key to opportunity, to growth, and to the power of choice. Today's celebration belongs not only to you, to the graduates, but to every person sitting in this audience who believed in you when you weren't sure if you believed in yourself. Parents, grandparents, siblings, teachers, and friends, thank you to everyone who has supported you. Thank you for the rides to school, the late night pep talks, the honest advice, and the unconditional love. You've built the foundation these graduates stand on today, and we honor you just as we're honoring them today. Let's see here. I'm going to skip that part. Paisley told me I had to keep this under 8 minutes or she was going to call me in the middle of this. So we're going to try. To the graduates, never forget the power of gratitude. Success is rarely a solo journey. As you rise in the world, take time to lift others along you, just as they've done for you. Now, let's talk about something real, and then we'll get into your accolades. You've probably heard the quote, fair isn't always equal, and equal isn't always fair. Life, as you'll soon find out, doesn't always play by the rules we expect. Some will face more obstacles than others. Some will see doors open effortlessly, while others must build their own hinges and door, and then assemble the door. But here's the truth. Fairness does not define your worth. Challenges do not determine your potential. What defines you is your character. What determines your future is resilience. So, when life throws curveballs, when things aren't fair or equal, remember this. Keep the faith. Keep pushing forward. Trust that the grit you've built at North Fremont will carry you farther than you can imagine. With that, we're going to get into some accomplishments and accolades this graduating class has won. Earlier last month, I emailed each of you. Some of you got me those 2 days ago. Some of you emailed me right back. It's interesting. Saul, I still do not have yours. My bad. I emailed them and I asked them 3 questions. I said, what is your favorite accomplishment while attending North Fremont? 2, what is your favorite memory while attending North Fremont? And 3, what is your future career? Here's a compiled list of what they had to say. Some favorite accomplishments of this class. And I'm going to name these off so that we know who said some of these. Henry, never taken an IDLA course. Hunter, learning how to weld. Oriana, being a good student and a full-time dancer. Ashley, setting the curve in class. Bo, making a pink chair in carpentry. Sierra, winning DYW. Caitlin, creating her own business. And Camilla, she said it best, this moment, right now, graduation. Next was their favorite memory. And I thought this was interesting. Like 30% of you, in all caps, said COVID. That was a long time ago. Okay? But it was the most popular answer. But some of the other ones that were said was cross-country hikes, creating a mural that took 6 months, spending time with friends, FFA, BPA, ski club, homecoming, prom, and anatomy dissections. Some future careers that we have amongst us, we have nurses, entomologists, linemen, physical therapists, diesel mechanics, a botanist, social workers, accountants, cosmetology, and even the undecided. And that is okay. This class isn't just remarkable because you're graduating. You're remarkable because of how you've done it. In academics, music, drama, student council, and so much more, you've shown that excellence isn't confined to the arena, it's who you are. In athletics, you've given us heart-pounding games, banners, and unforgettable moments of teamwork and triumph. You've shown what it means to fight for each other on and off the field. In this class, we have the following awards and championships that have been earned. Now, bear with me, this is an extensive list. These guys are very impressive. The first thing that I want to talk about is how this class has earned approximately $578,000 in scholarships to various universities and institutions around the nation. Along with that monetary value, these guys have earned approximately 120 college credits while attending North Fremont High School. Those two right there will set you far ahead of the competition. And it's because of those who are here and those around you that you have some of those. Now let's get into other clubs and activities. As far as athletics go, the team awards, we have 10 academic state championships represented on this stage. $12 district titles, state championships in boys cross country, second place in girls basketball, third place in softball, boys track, football, girls cross country, and boys basketball. Individually, we have 3 outstanding seniors here with us. The first one is Carson Hill, who's a district champion and has earned 4th and 2nd place at state in wrestling. Roy Wynn, who's a state high jump district and state champion. And Corbin Johnson, who is a 3-time cross-country district and state titles, 10 track and field district and state titles, and I do believe that Corbin is the most decorated athlete from North Fremont. Not only in athletics, but in other areas. In BPA, I asked Jim to compile a list for me. And in BPA, Lexi Parkinson, Celeste Turpin, and Henry Burke have all won the following: 3-time regional champions, 4-time state qualifiers, a state championship, a 2nd place, 3rd place, and 3-time national qualifier, all in the area of parliamentary procedure in the BPA organization. Also in BPA, we have Madison Rogers, who is a regional champion, has earned third place at state, is also a national qualifier in computer animation, video production, and website design. In other organizations and clubs, this the student body, as well as these seniors, has donated a lot of blood through the BPA's blood drive. If you see these red cords on these guys, it means they have donated a certain amount of blood in their 4 years at North Fremont High School, which is great. You guys are saving lives, and it's very important. In FFA, which is near and dear to my heart, this group, if they have a pan, there you go. Shout out to Miss Peaches for that. Brinley Schultz earned her state FFA degree. Garrett Owens was a state winner in his proficiency award for wildlife management. Celeste Turpin, state FFA degree. Big Bug Russ, state FFA degree, third place in entomology, and is a 2-time state winner individually in the entomology contest. Lexi Parkinson has earned her state FFA degree, state winner in potato evaluation, state runner-up in potato evaluation, a state winner proficiency award in vegetable production, and a national bronze ranking for her proficiency award. Lucy Smith has also earned her state FFA degree. She is a state runner-up in equine entrepreneurship, a state winner in outdoor recreation, and also earned a national silver ranking for her proficiency award in outdoor recreation. Mason Muir, state FFA degree, state runner-up proficiency award for ag mechanics, design and fabrication, state runner-up in potato evaluation, and a 2-time state winner in potato evaluation. And last but not least, Ms. Paisley. Paisley has earned her state FFA degree, is a state runner-up in potato evaluation, 2-time state winner in potato evaluation, a high individual in potato evaluation, state winner in her proficiency award in nursery management and ag sales, also earned a national silver ranking for her proficiency award, and along with Corbin, she is the most decorated FFA member in the history of North Fremont. This is a great class, very smart individuals, very different individuals, but you all contribute something to this school. So congratulations to this outstanding group. Graduates, as you step into a world that's bigger, more complex, and often unpredictable, remember this: you are enough, you are capable, and you are never alone. Hold tight to the lessons you've learned in these halls. Carry the voices of your teachers, your family, and your friends. Let their wisdom be your compass. Don't chase perfection, chase purpose. Don't avoid failure, learn from it. And when life feels anything but fair, remember who you are and how far you've already come. Congratulations, graduates. Congratulations, parents. As we both move on a new journey, I want to thank each of you for what you've done for me and what you've done for the rest of the faculty and students at North Fremont. And let's give this graduating class another round of a hand.
I didn't trip, so that's a plus. All of you take a breath. I'm looking at you and you're about ready to pass out, so breathe a little bit. It's my pleasure to introduce our class speakers today. I feel this is a great honor being a new faculty member here. This class is an outstanding group of individuals that have hazed me into a high school teacher. I appreciate it. Thanks. I will introduce our four speakers, then turn the time to them. Our first speaker will be Celeste Turpin. She is obviously an academic scholar. She has been active in BPA and qualified for nationals several times, participated in track. She has always been a member of our Honor Society. Ella Cude will be our second speaker. She's an academic scholar. She loves to run. She's qualified for state, cross country, and track, and is a member of our Honor Society. Our third speaker will be Josie Richards. Josie is obviously an academic scholar, three-sport athlete in volleyball, basketball, and softball, which you heard many of the awards have been won here. She's a member of our Honor Society, and this year she has led as the North Fremont Student Body President. Our final speaker will be Camilla. She has been the senior class president and has led this group of individuals tremendously. She took stats for the wrestling team. She also loves to run and has run for cross country and track. I'll turn the time over to Celeste.
Good afternoon, parents, friends, family, fellow graduates, and everyone who wishes the ceremony would be shorter. First of all, it's hard to believe that we've made it through 4 years of high school. It was a ride, a chaotic, sleep-deprived, drama-filled, and occasionally fun ride. Some days we felt like we were on top of the world, and on others it felt like the world was on top of us, whatever that means. Through this chaotic ride, though, the class of 2025 learned a lot. Freshman year, we learned passion. Most of us had no clue what we were doing, but we jumped in anyway. Whether it was FFA, BPA, sports, band, drama, or just surviving high school lunch, we discovered what we liked and what we definitely didn't. We found clubs, teams, and classes that challenged us, inspired us, and shaped our future. Now we're ready to be passionate about future majors and jobs. Sophomore year, we learned kindness. It was a weird year. Some of us were still finding our people, and we faced challenges. But it was the people around us who made the difference. Friends who stuck by us, encouraged us, showed up on our worst days, and sometimes trapped us in the locker for most of lunch. We learned how much kindness matters and how powerful it can be when we give it back. We're ready to use kindness to make the world a brighter place. Junior year was all about balance. We loaded our schedules with classes, activities, jobs, and way too many commitments. We were tired, but we made it. We learned to prioritize, to push through, and to rely on each other when things got hard. And we did all of this without having a giant breakdown, pulling our hair out, and moving to Alaska, even though it was low-key kind of tempting. Using balance, we'll be sure to have an epic college experience while still studying for exams. In senior year, our final lap, we learned to cherish the moment. We blinked and it was over. All those countdowns to graduation are here now, and we can't help but look back at everything we've been through. One moment we were freshmen figuring out how to park straight in the parking lot, and the next we're up here on stage in our caps and gowns as a graduating class of 2025. The laughs, the bus rides, the all-nighters, the chaos. We'll carry those memories with us forever. We'll be sure to cherish these moments we've shared and make the best of what's to come. To the teachers, thank you for never giving up on us. Thank you for sticking out with us to the end and pretending not to notice when we all submitted slightly different versions of projects we had months to prepare, but obviously put off to the last second. We appreciate you and will definitely attempt to remember all the things you've taught us over the years. To Red, thank you for the unforgettable FFA trips where we spent time biking the Hiawatha Trail, playing kickball, and of course, kicking butt in our competitions. To Jimbo, thanks for keeping track of us on Mountain Dew fueled BPA trips and making sure that sketchy guy in the Walmart parking lot didn't mug us. To Mrs. Allen, thank you for teaching us science, anatomy, and chemistry while somehow managing not to lose your voice or your mind. You taught us more than we realized at the time, especially things we'll never forget, like how it's more than okay to make mistakes and how the mitochondria is and always will be the powerhouse of the cell. To our parents, thank you for being the loudest cheerleaders of all. You were the ones who helped us keep it together when we tried to balance way too many things or when we learned that life isn't all sparkles and butterflies. Thank you for the unconditional love and support that made it possible to survive high school. And finally, to the graduating class of 2025. We did it. We've made it through random assemblies, dances we had to scramble to find a date for, and a few years of pretending the senioritis didn't start freshman year. The world is big, but so are our dreams, and even though we come from a small class in a small town, we've got the grit, the heart, and the sheer stubbornness to go far. We've conquered spirit weeks, survived school lunches, and mastered the art of pretending we know what's going on. I think we're ready.
Good afternoon, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. I'm truly honored to stand here today as one of the valedictorians of North Fremont High School. This moment is a celebration not just of our grades, accomplishments, but of everything we've experienced, endured, and enjoyed together. First, thank you to our incredible teachers and staff. I would like to thank the janitors and the maintenance man who always keep our school looking super nice and new. Thank you to our teachers who not only taught us equations and how to properly write an essay, but were also patient with us. To our families, thank you for your constant support and love. Thank you for paying for our yearbook, sports, and extracurricular activities. And to my fellow classmates, thank you for making our high school experience an interesting one, for better or for worse, but mostly for the better. Thank you for making our high school career full of laughs and memories. It's hard to believe, but we were once just the little kids over at the elementary school. Our whole world revolved around recess and our after recess graham crackers. Life was about monkey bars, kickball, cops and robbers, building spectacular snow forts, and Red Rover. It wasn't about finals, deadlines, and choosing the next path in our life. And yet somehow we blinked and here we are. Seriously, where did all the time go? We're grown, graduating, and ready for our next big step. Our teachers have shaped us in so many ways, especially those who brought not just knowledge but passion into the classroom. One of those teachers is Mrs. Allen. Her excitement and enthusiasm for what she teaches is contagious, and she has a way of making learning come alive. Her class was hands-on, and it was in her class where Oriana used pig intestines as a jump rope. Mrs. Allen, along with our other teachers, taught us that education can be creative, messy, and fun. And let's not forget about the little things that make our class special, like the nicknames that some of us picked up along the way. Some faded over time, but others stuck, like Spruce and Cletus. And sorry to bring this back up, Saul and Jose, but Salina and Josefina. They can thank Mrs. Kimmel for those ones. North Fremont has given us some unforgettable memories, like how people would end up inside of their lockers, or how when we got slime stuck on the ceiling of the middle school hall. These moments helped make our high school years truly one of a kind. When our seminary teacher, Brother Egbert, first got here, he always told us, "You guys are so mean to each other," or asked us why we were so mean. He later concluded it was because we all grew up together and we were like one big family. Families love each other but can never avoid a fight once in a while. This truly makes North Fremont a one-of-a-kind high school experience. Now as we leave North Fremont and step into the next chapter of our lives, whether it's college, work, missions, or adventure, let's take with us the resilience, humor, and heart that got us here. Class of 2025, we made it. Let's go out there and make the world remember us. Thank you and congratulations.
Hello, everybody. Okay, is this on? Can you hear me? Okay, my earliest memories are playing with neighborhood friends in Lacey, Washington. But before that, I had already moved 3 times across 3 different states. When I was 5 years old, we moved to Ashton, where my mom was the kindergarten teacher for most of us. And that's where my new journey began. Over the years, our classes had people come and go, but now all of us sitting on this stage have made friendships that will carry on for a lifetime. I know this probably sounds like every other graduation speech you've heard so far, but writing one is kind of hard. So, through all of our 4 years of high school together, we have had people show up for us, including teachers, parents, each other, and our community. I mean, how many other teachers and parents do you know that spend hours upon hours putting on a huge production for second graders, the operetta, that we will always remember what part we were? And only in a small town does somebody have the local police on speed dial to call when we find a suspicious substance in the parking lot at homecoming. It was just oregano from the chicken they were cooking, but we were just trying to fulfill our civic duty, guys. We've had teachers that pushed us to challenge ourselves and to look outside our own point of view and beyond the answers that ChatGPT gave us. I'm sure all the anatomy kids remember what it was like cramming in a study session before one of Mrs. Allen's big tests. Nothing makes your xiphoid process think just quite like that. Just kidding. Your xiphoid process is in your sternum. So.
Thank you, Josie.
You're welcome, Miss Allen. Coaches have also been there all along the way. They have led us to many district and state championships, and they also led us to, like what Red said, an impressive 10 state academic state championships in our 4 years of high school. And shout out to all the coaches who coached us long before high school that never got paid. Learning how to push yourself in the last quarter of a game, or when the coach says to get on the line when you would do anything else but get on that line, you still do it and you still give it your all. Because it's not just about a practice or a game, it's about the character that you're building. And that's what our coaches taught us. These 4 years would have also been a lot harder without community members who showed up at every fundraiser. To BPA, to FFA, to athletics, to all the plays, to those who filled the stands and cheered us on, and to those who stopped us in the grocery store simply just to ask how life was going. You made a difference in our lives, and you always let us know we mattered. And finally, to our parents. You guys have taught us everything up to this point, from how to walk and talk, to stopping us, to going to school looking like we're homeless, even though some days we didn't listen. And you guys are definitely the number one factor in shaping us to who we are, and will continue to be there for us when we are trying to figure out who we want to become. Now it's up to us. We're all going into the world and leaving the little bubble of Ashton. Whether you can't wait to leave or you want to stay here for a little longer, this town and this community has been so good to us in so many ways. I know I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to grow up here, and I wouldn't change it for the world. As many of you know, my dad is in the military, and we have moved lots of different places, but I'm glad that my parents decided to lay our roots down here. As we go our different ways and gain our independence, we will always remember what Ashton and North Fremont has given us, a place to call home. We have changed and grown in so many different ways, and I guarantee every person sitting on the stage has made mistakes. And now we're about to go make a whole lot more. But making mistakes is a part of growing. We're going off to college, missions, work, or whatever else it is, and we are a reflection of North Fremont High School and this community. We have made it through a lot already, and we've grown through every challenge using the lessons we've learned. The next chapter might be unknown, but we're ready. So class of 2025, we owe it to our community, our parents, our teachers, and our coaches, and most of all, ourselves, to go make the best of who we are and what lies ahead. So this is Josie Richardson, signing out.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Camilla Cruz, and I am deeply honored to stand before you as a class of 2025 senior class president. I've learned a lot in high school, mainly how to avoid doing your homework, and well, in this case, this speech. Serving as your class president has been an honor and a profound learning experience. It has taught me the significance of leadership, learning, understanding, and advocating for the needs and aspirations of our peers. As I stand before you today, I am overwhelmed with a mixture of pride, gratitude, and a touch of sadness. As we've gone through this year, we have experienced many lasts. Our last time stepping on the court, mat, track, field, or stage. Our last homecoming, last prom, and so much more. Before we know it, we will also be experiencing many firsts, regardless of what the future holds in store for us, whether that's starting college, a new job, trade school, joining the military, or going on a mission, and furthermore. Our senior year was a time of reflection and celebration. We found ourselves reflecting on the journey that brought us here and looking ahead to the future. It was time to cherish the memories we had created at North Fremont, from packed lunch tables in 6th grade because our friend group was too big, to our summer class party, senior lock-in, our ditch day, and senior prank, which we should get an award for. I mean, they deactivated the key fobs and chained the doors, and we still managed to get in. That's pretty awesome if you're asking me, Mr. Bean. I know I cannot speak for many of us, but we made some awesome memories this year. But now it's time to prepare for the next chapter. Now, what would a graduation speech be without thanking our biggest supporters? On behalf of the class of 2025, I would like to thank esteemed faculty, cherished friends, and most importantly, our proud parents. As you leave this afternoon, make sure to hug your parents and thank them for everything they have done to help you get to this moment. Now, I would like to dedicate this small parent to my parents. Mamá y papá, les quiero agradecer por nunca darse por rendidos, hasta en los días más pesados, y apoyarme en todo. Hoy no me gradúo yo sola, no entré a esa universidad yo sola, esto fue un esfuerzo unido, los amo con todo mi corazón. Congrats to all my classmates, we made it here together, and we have so much to be proud of. We'll see you in 10 years.
right, I'm just going to keep this short and sweet because I know we're all starting to get a little bit bored. At least I am, but I'm here to introduce Mrs. Gladys Parkinson. Mrs. Parkinson and her husband moved to Ashton in 1968, right before they had their first kid. She began subbing while her children were growing up, and when the last one graduated, she began to spend full-time teaching. She spent 1 year teaching middle school and then moved to elementary school for 12 years. She taught second grade there, and she actually taught quite a few of us, if not all of us, and she did the operetta for us, so thank you for that. Oh my goodness. She still values family over everything now that she is retired, and she loves to spend time with her 8 kids, 36 grandkids, and 12 great-grandchildren. So please welcome Mrs. Gladys Parkinson.
Can you see me over the podium? This is really a scary experience, but an honor to have been asked to do this. If you had asked me to teach a math lesson or a reading lesson, no problem. But standing in front of this large crowd is kind of out of my comfort zone. Last week I attended my granddaughter's graduation in Salmon. Their speaker was a magician, and he did some magic tricks during his speech, which was quite entertaining. But I don't know how to do any magic tricks. So I've been wondering what I could share with you that would be meaningful. So the last couple weeks I've been going down memory lane, and today I'd like you to join me. Some of the things I'll talk about you've already heard today, but it's part of your 12, 13 years here. Although I did a little homework and found out that a third of your class was not here in the second grade. And you have lost several of your classmates to other schools and other graduations. But if you are not here in second grade, bear with me, because maybe you'll learn what you missed when you weren't here. Through the year in second grade, I compiled some little books with your stories and artwork. You guys remember these? Any of you? These have the stories that they wrote and the pictures that they drew, the field trips we took, and the things that we did. For some reason, I just couldn't throw them away. So when I was asked to do this, that was the first thing I went to, was these little books. We have one about our trip to Big Springs, Johnny Sack's cabin, Island Park Reservoir, and Mesa Falls. During that trip, we learned that our Snake River begins at Big Springs. Tamara Sigatoga told us how long it takes a drop of water or a snowflake to travel through the ground and come out at Big Springs. Do any of you remember how long it takes? Oh. It takes 27 to 29 years for a raindrop or a snowflake to go, down through the ground and come out at Big Springs. The water at Big Springs stays at 52 degrees year-round. You got to lay on the deck and feel the water in the river. At Island Park Reservoir, we learned that the water is used for recreation, irrigation, and electrical generation. A lot of you said your favorite part of that trip was Johnny Sack's cabin. And some of you were sure you could see where his dog was buried in the basement of the house. And you also got to see where Johnny Sack is buried in the Ashton Cemetery. You also had your first experience at doing research on a computer when we studied about penguins. Each of you did a report on a specific penguin. It might have been Emperor or Little Blue, Macaroni or Chinstrap, Adelie, Rockhopper, or African, and you wrote your first report about that penguin. It took a little tweaking to make it look like a report, but we did it. Then there were the stories and pictures about our field trip to the Ag Day here at the high school, and then out to the sand dunes. I have pictures of Michaela feeding a calf. Josie, Kate, and Hobie buried up to their necks in the sand. Carson going down the hill on his boogie board. Charlie and Esmeralda were holding bones that they had found, and Caitlin doing cartwheels down the hill. Justin and Bryce were digging up something with a shovel they found, and Ella even buried her little brother. Our trip was cut short that day because of a rainstorm, so we came back to the school to eat our lunch. The sun was shining and we were able to go out on the lawn, and we did not miss the sand in our sandwiches. And do you remember Mrs. Burrell teaching you the state song and about the Indian tribes? And the last week of school, we did the dinosaur stomp in her room. I asked Mrs. Burrell if she had anything to add to this speech, and this is what she wrote. Students in the class of 2025 have given our school many proud memories. Some have moved away and others have moved in, but each one has made their mark and will continue to go strong. You are amazing. Stand up and cheer for North Fremont. And she wrote several other things about you, but there just isn't time. So, probably the highlight of your elementary education was the operetta. You joined with the first graders to present Hello World. Do you remember that Juan and Billy, who were Justin and Micaiah, were on their way to deliver a letter to Mr. Charles, who was JD? They stopped to play with Juan's parakeet and lost him. In their pursuit to find him, they watched the children dancing in the International Dance Festival. If you remember, there were cowboys and cowgirls, English ballerinas, Russian gymnasts, Scottish Highlanders, French can-can dancers, trolls, Norwegian boys, Dutch dancers, Hawaiians, Swiss and Chinese dancers, and the Mexican dancers lured the parakeet back with their music. Do you remember the part you had and the costume you wore? And that was just the beginning of your education. You worked your way through grade school, and by the end of 5th grade, you were so excited to graduate and move on to 6th grade and junior high. And then on to high school. We have watched you as you have progressed. We watched you from the sidelines and the bleachers as you participated in sports. We watched as some of you have set records, and we are proud of you. We watched as a few of you suffered devastating injuries that prevented you from completing your season, or suffered with you as you came up short of reaching your goals. We've cheered for you when you achieved academic awards and FFA awards. We watched you perform in musicals and plays. You've done a lot and grown so much since those days in 2nd grade, and now it's time to move on to a new phase of life and a new adventure. Some of you know exactly what you want to do, like I did when I decided as a young child that I wanted to be a school teacher. Others will explore the possibilities for a while, but I would encourage you to find your passion in life, whether it's a farmer, a doctor or a nurse, a plumber, a carpenter, or a teacher, a lawyer, or an engineer. You can do anything that you can imagine. Impossible is just an opinion. Some of you will pursue a college education or go to a trade school. Some of you will soon serve a mission or just dive into the workforce. Whatever it is you do, work to be a good one. Martin Luther King once said, "Be the best of whatever you are." And you've probably heard this quote by Norman Vincent Peale, "Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars." I encourage you to be a valuable member of your community, whether you stay here in Ashton or move to faraway places. Be a contributing member of your neighborhoods. Don't be afraid to volunteer your time to make the world a better place. Use the talents and skills you've acquired to help others. George Burns, who, if you're my age, you'll remember him as a comedian that was on the television, said, "Look to the future because that's where you are going to spend the rest of your life. Help to make it a place you want to be." But even though the future lies ahead, don't forget the past. Don't forget those whom you have called friends for the last 13 years. I have a plaque on my desk that says, "A friend is someone who knows all about you but likes you anyway." Your friends have seen you at your best and your worst. Keep in touch with them, hold class reunions, and make an effort to be there. Most of you uh, have heard about Ryan Hamilton. Ryan grew up down the road from me. He graduated with one of my boys. One of Ryan's first comedy acts was about growing up in a little town in Idaho where the 4th of July parade goes down Main Street and turns around and comes back again. He talks about working in the spuds during potato harvest. He says he bought his first car with his spud money. Ryan now lives in New York City and has been on TV numerous times, but he is proud of where he came from. Last winter, he performed in the Mountain America Center. He has performed all over the world, but his class held a reunion last summer and he was there. He hasn't forgotten the people who helped him get his start in life. Life will not always be easy, but it will be worth it. Recently, I was in a store and saw a picture on the wall. It was an old-time train with words written over it. I want to close with the words that were on that picture. The fact is that most putts don't drop, most beef is tough, most children grow up to be just people, most successful marriages require a high degree of mutual toleration, most jobs are often more dull than otherwise. Life is like an old-time rail journey, delays, sidetracks, smoke, dust, cinders, and jolts, interspersed only occasionally by beautiful vistas and thrilling bursts of speed. The trick is to thank God for letting you have the ride. Congratulations and best wishes to you, North Fremont class of 2025, and thank you for this opportunity.
Will the following students please rise at this moment? Ella Cude, Josie Richardson, Celeste Turpin, Logan Severson, Oriana Knighton, Ashley Oram, Grace Heiner, Corbin Johnston, Lucy Smith, and Henry Burke. I present to you the academic top 10 students of the graduating class of 2025 here at North Fremont High School. Thank you. You may be seated now. Class of 2025, this is the moment you've been working toward and waiting for 13 years. You are here at your graduation moment. Though our time together has been short, it has been a true privilege for me to get to share this past year with you. I hope you know how proud of each of you I am and cannot wait to see the incredible things you accomplish. At this time, as I present you to the school board, I'd like to share 3 simple thoughts as you go out into the rest of your life. Just remember at this moment, you begin the greatest journey, which is the rest of your life. The 3 simple things I share with you are this: be where you are supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. Do what you are supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, and treat others with respect. Through my own experiences and through my experiences of watching many students in my career as an educator, I promise you that if you do these three things as you go out into life and you make mistakes, you will make mistakes in a way that will help you learn and grow. These three things will offer parameters of protection that will allow you to maximize your potential, be successful, and become the true, incredible adults we know you will become. I would now like to invite our chairman of the school board, Tia Cherry, and our superintendent, Dr. Brandon Ferris, to the stage to present the diplomas to this year's graduates. Dr. Ferris, Chairman Cherry, and members of the Fremont County School Board, having successfully met all requirements as outlined by the state of Idaho, the Fremont County School District, and North Fremont High School, I present to you the graduating class of 2025. Please accept these graduates and present them their diplomas. First row, please rise. Ella Cude. Josie Richardson. Celeste Turpin. Camilla Cruz. Alexis Parkinson. Lucille Smith. Second row, please rise. Henry Burke. Melissa Cruz Valera. Russell Griffin. Grace Heiner. Carson Hill. Hunter Hogel. Maylee Hood. Corbin Johnston. Third row, please rise. Oriana Knighton. Saul Labra. Paisley Lancaster. Bryce McCormick. Justin McCormick. Corbin Moon. Sam Moon. Mason Muir. Lucas Nedro. Ashley Oram. Last row, please rise. Garrett Owens. Justin Leon. Cade Randalls. Bo Reeves Sanford. Sierra Reynolds. Zachary Richards. Caitlin Ritchie. Madison Rogers. Jose Sanchez.
Brinley Schultz. Logan Severson. Malaysia Wheeler. Cooper Williams. Kaylee Wilson. And Roy Wynn. I now invite Camilla Cruz back to present the turning of the tassels.
My bad.